Hello, I'm Sensei Alex Kokuyo, regular contributor for Buddhist Door Global. Thank you for joining me for this episode of The Ordinary Buddhist. The title of today's talk is Cutting the Grass in Spiritual Practice. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified of my post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. One of the questions I often receive as a Buddhist teacher is, how long will it take me to realize enlightenment? Or, how long can I expect to practice before I attain nirvana? These are fair and normal questions to ask, and I generally respond by saying, your entire life. Now, initially, this may fill us with a sense of dread or confusion. As Westerners, we're used to getting things immediately. And that common perception would be the harder we work, the more quickly we will realize enlightenment and attain nirvana. However, we have to put things into the correct perspective. Imagine for a moment that you move into a home and the grass is very long and unruly, a foot high, let's say. So you go out to mow and it's very slow, difficult work. It may take you several hours to cover a relatively small amount of land. However, if you stick with it, eventually you'll get the grass under control. It will be relatively short, and if you mow it consistently, it will never get too high or too unruly. Over time, you develop various tips and tricks and techniques so that you become more efficient in mowing the grass, to the point where it takes you no time at all and relatively little effort. However, even at that point, you'll never reach a point where you don't have to mow the grass. No matter how many times you cut it, it will rain and the grass will grow. As long as you live in that house, you will have to cut the grass. Our spiritual practice works in exactly the same way. Our defilements are like the grass. They get very long and very unruly over time. It's no one's fault. It's just part of being human. And our practice is learning to control those defilements, our greed, our anger, and ignorance, to mow them down through practices like bowing, chanting, meditation, sutra study, acts of kindness, etc. And eventually, we start to get our defilements under control. We have greed, we have anger, we have ignorance, but they don't control us the way they used to. We develop various tips, tricks, and techniques so that we're able to deal with them with relatively little effort or time. However, because we live in this home, this human body, our defilements will always grow, just like the grass around a house will always grow. So just like we're constantly mowing the grass in our home, we are constantly working to cut down our defilements in our human body. As long as we have human bodies, we will need to practice the Dharma. And that's fine, because the Dharma will always be here to support us. And as long as we have the right perspective, understanding that this isn't something we do in order to finish, rather, it's something we do to maintain and care for our human homes, in the same way we mow the grass in order to care for and maintain our physical homes, our houses, apartments, etc. And there's no struggle, there's no worry, there's no stress. We simply go to our cushion every time we need to and cut the grass. Amitabha.